player, and that also brings it to a whole other point where it's not just a guy sitting in front of a computer playing video games. There are so many aspects, so many things you gotta be on point with. Workout, dieting, all these things come into play when you see these top performers.
And this is high pressure, right? You're into round 2 already. If you went out early on, you know you've got a lot of catching up to do. It's about putting yourself in a position now where you ignore what happened on Miramar, you play your game coming into this. And I think a lot of teams will go, okay, look, we took an early hit there, like we saw some of the mistakes, such as maybe pushing a little bit too aggressively, not dropping correctly, not staying together as a unit of a team. This is where we'll start to see those little mistakes turn around, and they'll go, hey, wait a second, we need to swap this up, we need to change things going into map 2. And what I love is we still see a lot of the smiles on these players' faces, because that's how you know they're just happy to be here competing, because they've worked so hard across 5 different regional events to qualify for it.
I mean, and again, we talk about Miramar being an impactful map. We will play many more Erangel games than we'll be playing on Miramar.
Yes.
So get the game out of the way. If you're going to have bad games, might as well be those 3 Miramar games. And if you can do good on all your Erangel games, this is their bread and butter. This is where they want to do good. We will see if they can do so. And we are just moments away from taking to the sky with game number 2. Erangel is where we're going. And I wonder, we will see immediately where we're going on the map. Boom, there you go.
Okay.
West is where we are. This is interesting, because according to what research we've been able to do up to this tournament, there are a lot of Eastern teams in this lobby. A lot of teams like to drop East. We don't have a designated military team either. So will people adapt this? Rangers jumping out extremely early here.
Oh, okay. Africa as well, but they can still go to their usual spot, right? They can go play by the Berry Pier. Yeah. So they can have that under control, which this is great, because Eric Wolf jumped into it at the same time. Rangers, how far are they going to go with this? They're going to go all the way around, try and take a bit of control around military. So already we're seeing these guys are properly shifting away from what we see as their usual drop spots.
I talked about earlier how teams would probably jump the same spot and then just go over there a little earlier. Cancel that. Ignore that statement, because there are a lot of people inside this circle already, and there will not be a lot of loot to share.
But what I'll say, Toby, is you're not wrong, right? The research was correct. We know this is where they usually drop.
This is something else.
but this is what it comes down to, right? This is, let's surprise the other teams. Let's not be predictable. We know other teams are doing their research. Let's play our game, but let's be comfortable in mixing up a little bit. Let's have a few drop zones that they've not seen before. And this is where we'll see teams start to have a little bit more shine. And you can see already from this, no teams really want to play too far outside of the circle. They're just not wanting to risk it.
Not at all. We see Luminous Stars, winners of the past game, going out here on the West Coast. Monster Shield, they're going to opt for the vehicle in the water, also called the boat. Thank you, Toby.
The vehicle.
The vehicle in the water.
I like that. So I'm going to get a car in the water next, a motorbike.
The boat, and they'll go down towards Prim, is what I was trying to say. Airwolf, still in the sky, will go away. But, oh my god, could this be a quad kill with it? he legit has 4 people from AHQ running around the open. Now SR has a vehicle, but look at this.
Hit and run, let's do it.
And now he's making a drive off, I guess.
No, he's coming back.
He's coming around. Get in, guys. Go.
Oh.
They had 4 guys running in the open. Kongmo could have gotten a complete team wipe on AHQ just with vehicles. That would have been absolutely horrible. Fortunately, that was not quite the case.
Already we're seeing a little bit of banterous fun come into play, using the vehicles to the advantage. Oh, this is nice, though. He's got the weapon in his hand. A lot of damage being done. The spray down comes in. He's trying to play it well. LG, they're going straight in for it early on. Already
Milk as well.
Knocked out of the equation.
This is insane.
And he's run over. That's it. Splat. Out of it. And an early, straightaway kill that should have never happened.
And this is clutch info. Honestly, clutch info. They see AHQ land in the open. They see all the vehicle commotion over there. They spot 4 guys in 1 vehicle. We know the importance of kill points here. They say, guys, let's pull up and get some kills, because, I mean, even if we miss the vehicle, there are so many people in that car, we will hit something. They have no vests, they have nothing. If we have AOS, send it, chase them, take them out as well. They did that. They only got 1 kill off of it, but smart reaction play coming in from Linyang Gaming here.
And we spoke about AHQ, right, going into this being one of the top-tier teams that we need to really look out for. That is not the start they would have wanted at all here.
Look at this. I said no West Coast teams. They're all down there already. They're all down there. Fortunately, there is room. I mean, technically, map size-wise, there is room on the West Coast. There is just not a lot of loot. These guys will be, well, reliant on having like we see here, LSN and UU, They're inside the same compound.
Yeah.
If they don't get the amount of ammo, if they don't get the amount of meds, now we can see they have something. But look at this combo. 5 bandages and an Uzi. If they don't get what they need off of these small compounds, how are they going to take a fight against a team that's been in a huge city and looting for 5 minutes?
Yeah, and that's the thing it will come down to, right? Become a little bit more treacherous for them. Landing on top of each other and kind of fighting in the same areas as well. You've already confined them to the circle straight off the bat. Enter's Force, we spoke about them already.
Yeah.
A team that we need to see put in some big action early on. And oh, okay, we get to see this from a different perspective as well. So the spray down comes in again, and this is where Milk will be finished off eventually, and then ends up getting driven off at the same time.
Really, really, really nice reaction play from LG there, honestly. It's so early in the game. You're just focusing on, let's go loot, let's go loot, let's go do this, let's go do that. But these guys, they saw it, they wanted it, and it was only 1 point in the end. But as we said earlier, I mean, Gen G, very famous Korean team, they missed the tournament by 2 points, right? It's those small differences that in the end will make the big difference.
On tapping away, trying to get the shots to connect there. And AHQ, they've got to be careful. Already being down 1 man, you cannot afford for another player to be taken out. He's going to regroup here and try and do some further looting now. Entus, they've gone for the high ground straight away. Going to see what they can peer into. And they are close by.
They got to loot up in Pochinki. That's where they like to go in the northwestern side of the city there. Had plenty of room to work with and will be taking a little high ground position here on the western side of Pochinki Hill itself. But what can they see from here? Do they spot the guys in Crest Gaming down inside the compound? I think they have a good idea that they're down there. They're sure looking in that direction. There you go, shots are fired. Well, that's actually Libro from Donna Quarry.
Yeah, Libro there, taking a few shots as Rangers going to make their way across the bridge. They were the ones that did drop into military. I think they were the only team that actually landed in military at that point. And it's again, we said it when we were doing the research, there was not supposed to be a team that would regularly go there. Rangers saw where the circle was and thought, hey, look, we can get some good loot in. We can get ourselves built up. And you can see it even from the vehicles that they have to play with early on.
You see them right here. Sok made a great play, a lot of great plays last game, getting 9 kills by himself, tying with a full team, any full team.
Yes.
With for the most kills, they would get 1 more in the end, but now Enter's Force once again on the move. They scouted forward. They saw what is open. Where can we go? That's further inside the circle. And the move will be made. I think it was Son Yang you saw just drive off there down the hill. And Isnasha will make a move further towards the circle center.
And this is a little bit more what we expect, right, from a map like Erangel. Just this kind of, we get into this situation where we're slowly getting closer to phase 2, a bit more of a waiting game, seeing who's going to maybe potentially make any mistakes. Crest do have to be careful when maneuvering already. We see a few shots being fired off there. Got to be so careful because they really can get themselves pinned in there by Entus.
I'm just surprised by, because I like to compare things off of regions. I mean, I do a lot of things within the EU and the NA scene, and what we tend to see there is, especially in this area of the map, people will split off and take multiple compounds early on, so that they get more control. If the circle shifts to any given direction, they will have a bigger chance to have a compound inside that circle and more control of where they want to go. But here we see a lot of teams sitting 4 guys inside the same compound, kind of you can say minimizing their opportunities should the circle, even if the circle goes in their direction.
Yeah, it means that they have to, okay, you go as a team, but also you have to go and try and take them compounds, right? And that's going to be the problem for them. Rangers taking some fire from a freaker there. Style getting a few shots off, trying to make it all connect, but he's got the information to play with as well. They've got the vehicle to fall back on.